Hello, I'm so thrilled you're here. My name is Sarah and I'm a Facebook ads and sales funnel strategist. And I work specifically with coaches, online course creators, and experts to create automated sales machines that fuels their business growth while also increasing their influence, amplifying their impact, and scaling their revenue. And this is what I like to call the I method. Now, what I'm talking about here is using sales funnels and Facebook and Instagram ads to create a system that takes cold audience attention on your brand and turns that into revenue on autopilot. And I'm going to give you the exact 3-step strategy that has helped my clients go from 20K months to 100K months. So you can take that same strategy, apply it to your business, and start getting the actual results you want. And that is increasing your influence, amplifying your impact, and scaling your income. So let's dive in. Now, I want to make sure that you're in the right place because we're going to go for between 45 minutes to an hour. So who is this training for? Well, if you are a coach, online course creator, or an expert or influencer, you currently are earning between 20K, 10 to 20K a month in monthly revenue, and you have existing sales funnel, you have a validated offer, you've been making sales, whether it's through referrals, through affiliate marketing, whether it's through your organic efforts, but you're really looking to automate this and scale it. And finally, that you have an ad budget to test, to optimize and scale. And so this training, very specifically, it isn't for the beginners with only 1 to 2 years experience who hasn't yet validated their offerings. It's not for the get rich quick wantrepreneur. Now, this isn't for those who are leaving their corporate jobs. It's those that keep talking about doing the work but never actually do anything. It's the gunners who actually never take action. And this workshop training is not for those type of people at all. And it's not for those who are short-sighted, money-mongering, fame-chasing, or dishonest. You must have unwavering vision when it comes to your business and especially scaling, because results do take time. We're installing a system for growth, and with any new traffic vehicle, it's a process and it for sure takes time. You're birthing this new leg of your business. And like with any new business venture, there'll be ups and downs during this process. It's totally unavoidable. But to navigate uncertainty in the downtimes, you will need to remain steadfast in your vision, and you need to be able to trust the process. This is huge, and you need to be able to trust yourself that you're going to get the results that you're after. So if you often panic or operate in reactive mode, then this training, and I have to say Facebook ads and scaling, is probably not for you. But if you're ready to stay the course and trust and that you're a mover, a shaker, and an action taker, and a get shit done type of person, well then this training's for you, and let's continue. So I have a question. What would your life look like if you were consistently making 80 to 100K a month, if not more, without burning out, feeling like you're missing pieces to the Facebook ads and sales funnel puzzle, and spinning your wheels but not actually going anywhere? How would that feel? Would it feel like you've finally achieved the financial income to buy whatever your heart desires, the freedom to work when you choose, the flexibility to travel as much as you like, or it could just be the comfort in knowing that you can provide for your children to go to school, to get food on the table, like whatever it is? How would that change your business, your personal life, your financial situation? What would it mean to the people whose lives you could impact and serve? Like really let this land. How would it feel to be ready to make the right offer at the right time to the right people using ads that are curated to guide them to make a purchasing decision that's for their highest good? And then that effect, that's knock-on effect to you, 80K months or whatever that number is for you, how is that going to change the game for you? So like I said, to achieve that financial income, freedom to work wherever you choose, and the flexibility to travel. and to schedule your calendar. Okay, so why am I here? Like I just mentioned, this is me saying hello. I'm in the trenches daily, living and breathing and bringing to life sales funnels, messenger bots, and ads for my elite clients. And what I've noticed after working and talking with people just like you is that there's a lot of confusion out there when it comes to ads, especially for online coaches who are wanting to get into ads and they're just DIYing it based off free webinars or YouTube videos where they tell you how to get success using just $5 a day. And so I'll hear very common stories and things simply as like, it's just not working. I mean, it worked great, but then we tried to scale it, increase the spend, and the results completely blew apart. There are a few bottlenecks in here that result in stories like these, and I'm going to show you exactly how you can avoid these. Like I said at the beginning, I'm also going to share with you the exact system for turning cold audiences into paying customers using Facebook ads. And this is going to be the big picture, strategic way to look at ads so that you can make better buying ad decisions day in and day out. And of course, there'll be a whole boatload of tips. You may be thinking, well, Sarah, I've seen 1,000 different webinars, maybe not 1,000, but I've opted into all the PDFs. I've downloaded all the webinars. I watched all the YouTube training videos. I've tried Facebook ads and they still haven't worked. So you may be thinking, well, why is this different? How is this any different? Well, straight up, this is not going to be a step-by-step 8-hour-long video into Ads Manager and looking at those nuances. No, we're going deep into the psyche of your customers and their journey and bringing an experience to life for them, right where they hang out, right where they give their attention, and that is the newsfeed. So no, lead generation is not to the cold audience, will not be the focus of this training. You're going to learn what the strategy is and how to apply it directly to your business. So I will not be selling you a thing. There is no program that I want to pitch you into at the end of this. I will invite you to book a strategy call with me, but this really is only for those who are ready to invest in their business and get the extra support they need to up level. My two favorite mentors have a saying that I love: how you do anything is how you do everything. So I'm not going to tell you to shut off your phone or silence your notifications or close off all your computer tabs. This workshop is for you. You choose how you show up, how present you are to the knowledge I'm about to drop, and how you take this new information and make it work in your business. If you choose to take any action at all, it's up to you. It really is up to you. It's your choice what you do next. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to gift you for free my ads toolkit. Now, it includes the audience growth tracker, map your Facebook funnel and campaign planner, and a whole bunch of Facebook ad examples. And so this is reserved for my clients normally. It's valued at $97. I'm going to give it to you free because it's going to help you track and measure what you're doing so you can make smart business decisions with your Facebook advertising and take all the emotion and all of the guesswork out of it. So stick around. I'm going to give you the direct link so you can access this yourself, and you're going to get to go through my bot, which is really cool for you to see how bots work. So like I said, and which I just touched on, this is on-demand training. It's, you may be wondering if it's live or if it's some of this recorded evergreen thing we're told we're supposed to do. Well, it's not a live webinar or a training. It's an on-demand training. And I say that because it's done for your convenience. You can show up, be present, attend on your time, and there's no fake outs here. And you can still get one-to-one feedback on your questions, and I'll have more information on that soon. If there's one thing I want you to take away from today's training, it's this: why are you running that ad in the first place? I want you to have this question in your mind every time you put up an ad. Why are you running that ad in the first place? Where does it fit into the overall customer journey? What is the end goal of that ad? This is how you become a smart marketer and use Facebook ads to your advantage, and not just play the pay-to-play game that the hype wants you to buy into. So like I said, it's not going to be a tactical training on how to actually get the ads up, because there's plenty of free YouTube videos for that. This training is going to focus on the overarching framework you need to have in place to be highly successful with ads and Instagram ads in a way that feels really manageable. And the reason I get so fired up about actually having an ad strategy is this. At the beginning of the year, Facebook publicly announced this new update, which a lot of people freaked out over, but if I'm going to be honest, it had been implemented months prior to the announcement. So whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or Live, it's all about true connections. People want true connections. As business owners, that is what is going to allow us to grow our business. Connections. You may be wondering, well, how do I create a connection with people that I previously didn't have a conversation with, or a completely cold audience to my brand? And you want that so you can serve them at that higher level and help them get the transformation. Well, I'm here to tell you that even with ads and sales funnels and automation tools, you can absolutely create and grow connections with people you previously didn't have any connection or contact with. And with the Facebook advertising tools, we can do this on autopilot. And given there is 1.4 billion daily users on Facebook and 1 billion on Instagram, some of which are your perfect ideal customers, the question becomes for us today, and what I'll answer for you is, how to use Facebook ads to create true connections that allows you to increase your influence, amplify your impact, and scale your income. And this is the I method. Now, before I tell you how to do this, I want to highlight where people go wrong, where maybe you have also maybe gone a little bit wrong, down the wrong path, so you can stop yourself, pull yourself back, and save your time, your energy, and money, and not continue or make the same mistakes. So straight up, most people are doing ads wrong. What it looks like for most brands and marketers is this. You see an ad in your news feed, you've never heard of them before, and they're asking you to pull out your wallet or to sign up for their webinar and give them 60 minutes of your attention. Now, you come to Facebook for connection, not to have your problem solved. That's what the Google search bar is for. So can you see how throwing up one isolated ad where you're asking them to do something? So yes, I'm talking cold lead generation here. And you're asking them from a huge time or money commitment, that the chances of people taking action is greatly reduced. And specifically talking to the coaching and online program industry, everyone really has come down with a case of tunnel vision where they're super hyper focused on lead generation ads to cold audiences. And there's no meaningful conversations here. There's simply transactions, and people are taking less actions. And while there may be some success with this, it generally doesn't have that long-term scaling success that I know you're looking for. And this hit it and quit it style of marketing is so outdated. It's not working anymore, hence all the stories of ads don't work for me. So I want you to promise me right here, right now, there will be no more register for my free webinar than KYC never experiences for your potential customers ever again. Instead, you'll be running a sequence of ads and deploying a nurturing progression of ads from the first touch point of a new person has with your brand right through to them becoming a paying customer. Okay, so I'm going to hit pause for a minute because we're going to be talking a lot about your warm or custom audiences because of the powerful opportunity they give us as brands and marketers to connect with our target audience on a deeper level. These custom warm audiences allow us to grow our relationships with our audience, creating awareness, authority, and affinity, in other words, that know, like, trust factor, versus trying to sell to someone who doesn't even know who you are. These custom audiences are going to increase your engagement. They're going to grow your email list. They're going to get more customers and sales and increase the lifetime of your customer, because that's super important. But first, I'm going to touch on something that I'm confident you've already got nutted out in your business and you're focusing your attention on as you pull together all your content, your systems, and your offers. But just in case, I want to just touch on this. If you want to see success with your ads, there are fundamentals where you need to start. Number one is understanding who your target customer is. So your avatar, whatever you want to call it, getting all nitty gritty on this is super critical to the success of your ads. For example, I could say I help people run ads. Like that's the whole entire world. Whoever, like every Facebook business page owner maybe wants to run ads. Or I could drill down and say, you know what? I help coaches, online course creators, and experts, and I help them to increase their influence, amplify their impact, and scale their income using automated systems, including Facebook ads, messenger bots, and sales funnels. Beyond this detail, you want to take a holistic view of your target customers and really get to know their purchasing behavior and what they spend their free time doing. For example, if you're a coach who loves to work with people in MLM, multi-level marketing companies, then aside from the obvious targeting being their gender, age, and location, you want to know what type of brands are they interested in. You want to know where do they shop, what type of publications or magazines do they read, what are they watching? Because this might mean you want to target women in between a certain age range who have an interest in organic foods. Maybe they shop at Whole Foods, or maybe they read Think and Grow Rich. Those type of things inform who we want to get our ads in front of. The next fundamental is to be crystal clear on the value you bring, which is likely your unique gift. Being clear on this will help you to track the people you want to serve, and they will clearly understand that you have the solution to their problem. You want to be able to clearly communicate to your audience and position yourself as a go-to expert for those target customers and how you solve their problem. So you can probably tell a lot of success with Facebook ads does come down to as well your messaging and making sure the right message gets to the right person at the right time. And what is really cool about this 3-step strategy I'm about to teach you is that what we are doing is creating a pool of targeted people who know you, who like you, who trust you. And in that pool of people, you are seen as a go-to expert. You are the celebrity. And when they think, let's say you're a manifesting coach, when they think manifesting, they immediately think of you. Okay, and the last one, and this is where a lot of people fall short, especially with ads. It is that you have to play the long game. Building relationships does take time. Building trust and establishing affinity is something that will pave the way to your sustained business growth and success. These really are marketing principles, and they're not just isolated to ads. You nail down your target customer, your offer, and your messaging, then you'll see great success when it comes to Facebook advertising. Now, taking a look at this 3-step strategy, what I really want to highlight here is that it actually relies on timeless marketing principles and marketing principles that Facebook also encourages you to utilize. There are 3 distinct phases. Phase 1 is all about that cold audience and getting their attention on your brand. You want them to notice you, to become aware of you, and to connect with you. The second phase is all about taking those warmed up audiences and getting them to engage with you, also known as lead generation phase. We want them to micro commit with your brand, whether it's acquiring their email address or talking to them in Messenger or getting them signed up for an event. We need them to commit in this stage so we can retarget them further in phase 3. Now, phase 3 is all about getting people to act and make a purchasing decision. It's the close phase. It's the point where the journey comes to a close where they make the decision to buy with you or not to buy with you. Are you at risk? Going back to what I mentioned at the start of the training about why people say ads don't work for me, well, there's 2 common problems that brands hit with their Facebook advertising. And the first thing is scaling bottlenecks. When people come to me and say the ads were working and they're getting cheap leads and then all of a sudden that stopped and the cost to acquire a lead dramatically increased, It's a red flag to me that they have maxed out their warm audiences and are going out to cold audiences, and they're just hammering them with ads that are reaching them completely at the wrong time. I am big on the customer journey, which is all about the right message at the right time to the right person. And when you get this right with ads, that's when you see your greatest success. And the second bottleneck that happens in business owners running Facebook ads is that they don't know the numbers. Most people focus on all the wrong things. When you don't know what your metrics are, the key metrics, when you don't know what you can spend up to per lead and still be profitable, when you don't understand for every $1 you spend on Facebook advertising that it has potential to turn into $3, $5, or maybe $100, depending on your business, when you don't understand these metrics, what happens is fear creeps in. Your head tells you, oh my God, we have to go after the super cheap leads because that's all our budget can afford. But here's a fact. Facebook ads are quite simple when you understand the reasons why you're using them. And we're going to get straight into this strategy right now. So this 3-step strategy, it's the use of Facebook advertising to turn attention into revenue. It is a framework that helps you move people from the start of the customer journey all the way to the end of the customer journey. When you have a framework for making decisions about your Facebook ads and you understand, well, why the heck am I running this ad in the first place, you're able to get better results. And what we do is we create multiple touch points through the customer journey so that each person that comes into contact with your business is going to know you deeper. They're going to be more likely to take action and become a customer, and it's going to change the game for your business. So what is this 3-step strategy? Well, it's 3 phases of the framework. We have connect, we have commit, and we have close. It can also be described as top of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, middle of the funnel, and bottom of the funnel. And before I go into it, I want to let you know that 95% of marketers aren't using all 3 of these steps. The fact that you're here with me today, you automatically have a leg up from so many other marketers out there. You may be asking, well, what are they doing? What are they focusing on? Well, it's just this middle phase here, which is the lead generation phase. It's when it's going out to cold audiences, they're getting them to sign up for the webinar, and then you just never see them on the newsfeed again. Sure, they may hit you up in email, but that's it. And gone are the days when you could get leads for $1 to $2 using this strategy. And I'm going to give now an explanation of what each step is, including the tactics and strategies of each of the steps. The first step here is all about brand awareness. Now, brand awareness is something that's not done well from the paid traffic side of internet marketing. There are a lot of brands doing great content awareness activities like Facebook Lives and podcasts and Instagram Lives and Insta Stories and videos and organic posting and images and GIFs and memes. But where they fall short on that paid side of it is they don't curate a customer journey using the Facebook ad tools that are available to us all. Now, so more on that in a minute. But what I really want to emphasize in that phase 1, it's all about bringing that pooled attention into your business. It's attracting new potential prospects and indoctrinating them into your business and what you're all about. Now, what I'm talking about here in this first phase is a series of dynamic ads that are highly curated to take a cold audience and get them warmed up to you and your brand. Now, typically in Facebook ads, what we're seeing in the connect phase is that someone puts out a post, it gets a little bit of engagement, and they go, okay, hey, let's throw some ad spend behind it. Let's boost it. And it's kind of similar to the old school marketing days when people would take out a page in a newspaper or a magazine, and they would have hopes that when a person went on to make a decision, let's just say it's buying a case of beer, that the brand they thought about was the one that they might have seen in the newspaper or the magazine. But tell me, have you ever boosted a post and then wondered why those dollars a day posts weren't leading to customers on the other side of your funnel? There's a disconnect here and a lack of building out a framework for the entire customer journey. The connect phase is all about branding. It's about letting people know who you are, what you stand for, what you stand against. It's about finding your people, and it's about starting the customer journey. So let's look at some connect examples from the newsfeed. So here's Katie Momo from the Copy Pro, and she shared a video. It was really simple on why she loves copywriting. Or there's Denise Duffield Thomas and Sarah Prout with their really beautiful design quotes. And Alexi Panos, she encouraged engagement on her post, which is like tag your bestie or drop some comments in below. And this is really amazing to expand your organic reach. The connect phase isn't, however, about a singular event. It's not just one ad. What you want to do is create a series of ads that are highly curated to indoctrinate people into your brand, to let them know they're in the right place, to deliver massive value, and to stay top of mind. So how do you do this? Well, I'm glad you asked. We use something called dynamic sequences. First, you serve up a video trigger ad straight to a highly targeted cold audience. Then you take anyone who watches 3 to 10 seconds or more of that trigger video and serve up a series of checkpoint ads to move them further into the customer journey. Now, this is an example from one of my clients. She's a manifesting coach. What you can notice about all these ads is that there's no links taking the user away from Facebook. This is super important. The goal in this first phase is simply to show up where ideal customers' attention already is, which is the newsfeed, and provide massive value. What's cool about this sequence is that we can not only provide value, but we can start to grow the relationship by showing our authority and even seeding our end offer in a way that is always giving massive value first. Now, I don't want to scare you off and think you have to go and use this many ads before you even ask someone for their email, let alone pull out their wallet. But I just want to give you an idea of the type of sequences we can build out and have running on autopilot so we don't have to be creating new content every week. This sequence of ads has been running for months and is consistently warming people up and indoctrinating them into her brand and getting them warmed up for the next phase in this framework. Each ad builds on the last. We have 7 touch points in here, which all deliver massive, massive value and indoctrinate the people into her brand. Now that you have an understanding of how we take our brand awareness to the next level, we're going to move up to the next step. And step 2 is all about the commitment. It's the lead generation. Now, I know I don't have to talk too much about this one, but it's where we serve up ads to our warmed up custom audiences and ask them to make a micro commitment with our brand. It's asking someone to go deeper in that customer journey. If you're in the digital marketing space, you've probably heard of this term lead generation, and it's what 95% of brands and marketers will focus on exclusively. So when most people in the coaching industry and online program industry run ads, they think, okay, awesome. I have an ad, I have an upcoming webinar. On that webinar, I'm going to sell some stuff and it's going to rain dollar bills. So they put their webinar ad out there and they put out it's some people that know them and they put it out to people that don't know them. And that's it. This is the hit it and quit it style marketing I was talking about. So you may see this ad and then just never see them again. Possibly they slide into your inbox, but that's it. So can you tell me, have you ever been scrolling your Facebook newsfeed and all of a sudden you come to a webinar ad? How many times have you registered for a webinar and after you saw that webinar, you just never saw them on Facebook again? So people are just missing out on all these opportunities to nurture people one step further, to take the next step with you. After you get them to register for your webinar, for your 5-day challenge, for your 3-part video series, whatever it is, just don't stop talking to them on the platform that they're already hanging out on. They've expressed an interest in your brand, they've made a commitment to want to know you deeper, and their attention is already on the newsfeed. So what are some things we could do in this lead generation commit phase? Well, with the example of webinars, we can just remind them to show up to the webinar when they return back to the newsfeed for more scrolling. We can use specific custom audience retargeting to remind people who have registered for your webinar to show up to that webinar, and so that the people that didn't open their emails, they're still on Facebook and they're still seeing you, and you're still being relevant and you're still getting in front of them. And of course, you can then show the replay. So here's an example of the classic lead generation ads. Fairly straightforward. We can have them going to a landing page on your website or ClickFunnels or whatever you use. Or if you use a messenger bot, which is a lot of fun and a lot of my clients do use these, well, we take them straight into the messenger inbox and we get their contact details in there, and then we can deliver the freebies by email as well as directly to them in the messenger inbox. And I really, really like bots. They're a lot of fun. They add a new element of gamification and engagement and relationship building into the mix. I just always want to be clear though, that getting emails should still be important as you own that email list. Bot subscribers and Facebook, they're not owned by you ever. Okay, here are a few more examples of getting people to commit with your brand. Whether, like I said, it's signing up for a 7-day event, 5-day event, a 3-part video series, or even an event ad, getting them to RSVP. This one's kind of cool because now Facebook allows us to create a custom audience of anyone who responds going or interested to one of our events, which allows us to serve up a follow-up ad to this specific audience of people. So if they RSVP going but not yet purchase their ticket, well, boom, we can just place an ad in front of them, reminding that tickets are selling out, the event's about to happen, and take them directly to the checkout page. I see you absolutely everywhere. Have you ever thought about that, about someone in your newsfeed? You just like touch their funnel once with your teeny tiny toe, and then you just see their ads everywhere. And do you wish this would happen to you? Because if you want to create this sort of environment where, like I said, someone touches their tiny toe on your funnels and they can't go anywhere without seeing relevant content about your brand, I just want to say it again, relevant content about your brand, then you want to pay attention to this. Lead generation, retargeting, and authority building is something that is going to set you apart. It's going to help you remain the big fish in the targeted pond of audience that you have created. It's going to allow you to stay top of mind, and it's going to position yourself as a go-to expert. So, what is lead generation, retargeting, and authority building? Well, after someone opts in for your freebie, whether it's the webinar, the free guide, 10-day challenge, whatever it is, you're going to show up in the newsfeed again. That's right. When everyone else relies solely on emails to deliver the freebies and to build authority and credibility and desire for your offers, you are going to be a smart marketer. You are going to take your brand and your content and show it where your audience attention already is, the newsfeed. This is an example from a coach for salon owners. She has put her lead gen ad, 2 different ones, one to Messenger bot and one to the landing page. So people can be distracted. Sometimes for whatever reason, they miss an opting in for your freebie. A phone call may come in, a text message, the child may come in crying. I don't know, whatever the case is. The beauty of Facebook ads tools is that there is the ability to get back in front of those who landed on your opt-in page, but for whatever reason didn't opt in. So we go out to them with a new creative and get back in front of them and give them another opportunity to opt in. Clearly they were interested, and I really want you to think about it this way. If that one person decides to opt in because they've seen another opportunity to do so, then they bought your $97 program and then your $2,000 program, and then they came to a retreat worth $5,000. Can you just imagine how much money could have been left on the table had you not put that second retargeting ad in front of them? It's just so simple to do, yet so many marketers don't take advantage of this tool. Now, that's lead gen retargeting. This is lead gen and authority building. So after someone successfully opts in for your freebie, it is the perfect time then to prime them for the sale. Yeah, prepare them to become customers before you even start talking about your offers. It's all about that offering seeding. After we have our classic lead gen ad, or perhaps as in this example here, our retargeting lead gen ad. Again, this is only to those who came to your landing page but did not sign up for whatever reason. We'll follow this ad up with 2 authority building ads. Remember how I said most marketers will throw up just 1 lead gen ad, maybe for a webinar, and then you never see them again? We're going to fix that here. As soon as someone becomes a lead, you nurture that lead so they become hungry for your offers. After they take action, they become a lead. We're going to show them a testimonial for the program that's about to be sold. Yes, we're going to seed the success your offer will give to the people that just signed up for your freebie. Now you can see the first authority building ad we have in this sequence is a calling forward ad. This coach knows a lot about the people who sign up for challenges, and a lot of them sign up and they never commit. So she filmed a video about day 1 or 1 day and asked people to commit to the challenge and even takes them to watch the day 1 video again. These ads are shown only to those leads who have already opted in. And what we're doing here is nurturing them. We're showing them we care about them more than some number of leads we got that day. We're committed to serving them and seeing them succeed. People are becoming more and more familiar with your brand name by this point. And that means they take more action, they're more likely to buy because you're showing them relevant information at the right time based on the action they're taking. And because you now have their email or in their messenger inbox, you can also continue the conversation there. Before I go to the last step in this strategy, I want you to know that I will talk about the custom audience we'll use at each step of this strategy shortly. We're going to make use of the tools available to us to make sure we're just showing that right message to the right people at the right time. The last step, which most people definitely are not making the most of and doing well at all. And so, side note here, you may have seen that there's just so many opportunities for your marketing. So I hope you can really hear these and you're ready to capitalize on these. All right, so in the close phase, our number 1 goal is to move people who are in purchase consideration into making a buying decision. It's to buy your service, your products, your offers, and decide whether it's right for them or not. In this step, it's all about making those intimate monies, right? We're going to make it dead simple for your warmed up prospects to transact with your business. So can you answer me this question? How long does someone actually stay and read all of your sales page? Do you know what your sales page conversion rates are? Well, the industry average is as little as 1 to 2%. So what's happening to the other 98% of people that are landing on your sales page and not buying? Well, herein lays the next golden opportunity to deliver the right message to the right person at the right time. It's getting a bit meta, but it's just so important to the success of your ads. The last step of this strategy and framework, like I said, is all about sales retargeting. It's about getting those fence sitters off the fence and into your programs so you can increase your income while also amplifying your impact and serving at your highest. These are not people who are new to your brand or just download the freebie. It's those who are really in purchase consideration. They know your offer, you've been talking to them about the benefits and the promise of results of your offer. These people are in your sales process, whether it's on a sales call, in emails, in their message inbox, they've watched your webinar and they've seen your pitch. At this stage of the strategy, the question we want to ask ourselves is, well, why aren't people buying? Remember, there are over 98% of people who landed on your sales page and yet did not buy. Figuring out the answer to this question is important because this will inform what ads we use to help people understand whether or not your offer is something they want to invest in. In most cases, the ads and sales retargeting is covering people's most common objections and their biggest resistance to choosing whether or not to invest in your offer. Now, most marketers think in this final stage that they can throw out one sales retargeting ad that point people straight back to the sales page with some added urgency and scarcity thrown into the mix, and that they're just going to make bank. And while there is some revenue to be made here, I really want to emphasize that there is much more revenue and impact to be made by helping those other 98% of people to fully understand your offer so they can make a purchasing decision. So while someone may not buy from your first objection ad, they will get to see a second and a third and perhaps even a fourth sales retargeting objection ad. And it may be that last objection ad that helps them make their purchasing decision. With our sales retargeting, we're going to talk about the biggest objections, and the most common ones are time, like I don't have enough time to get it done, how long will it take me to get results? You know, they're asking the question, is this even for me? I don't know if I fit the profile of the person that can get the results that you may be promising, or that the offer won't work for their unique case. And one of the bigger ones is money. And well, this is usually a mask for something deeper. So really get to the root of these objections. And typically it's because, again, they still don't fully understand the benefits and outcomes of your offer, or they don't trust themselves. So as you can see here in these sales retargeting ad examples, what we've done is served up another dynamic sequence of highly curated ads. These are the common objections and resistance that people have about purchasing the offer. And we bring that to the platform. Her target audience is already giving their attention and time to. Here are some more examples. And this is for an online membership program. And one of the objections is, well, am I right for it? So we simply place an ad in front of the people who have been through our lead gen and authority building experience, and we want to let them know, hey, here's exactly who this is for and who it isn't for. And it's the things they're going to be asking anyway. It's the things that are on your sales page, the FAQs, and they're probably already in your emails. So what we're just doing is bringing it back to the platform that they're hanging out on and using the ad tools that we have available. So, who cares if your open rate is down and the click-through rates are even more dismal? Because when you're serving up the right ad at the right time to the people on the platform they're already hanging out on, you're going to see that success. Now, you may have special offers for those who view your webinar or your sales page to receive a discount if they sign up, say, within 48 or 72 hours. This is such a short time frame that you want to make sure you're getting the message to the people that the offer is about to expire. Again, we make use of the advertising tools available to us, and we place very specific ads in front of these people, reminding them to get their special offer before it expires. In this example here, it was for a membership site. The first month is $45 and thereafter it's $97. So we show these ads to your audience who's just landed on the sales page, have yet to bought, and we show it only for 0 to 3 days. And then after that, if they still don't become a customer, they'll just see the general close ads as they have now missed their discounted window offer. And because of the nature of these ads and because of their time sensitive, well, there's certain settings within Ads Manager that you want to change from the default setting to ensure your ads are getting shown to the audiences at a frequency that makes sense. So I've just taken you through the 3-step strategy. And as a quick recap, we have brand awareness, where we are indoctrinating people into our brand. Next up, we're getting them to micro-commit with our brand and start seeding our offer in lead generation and authority building. And finally, we have sales retargeting, where we are just helping potential customers to make that purchasing decision by placing common objections and resistant ads in front of them, helping them to understand your offer and whether it's right for them. Now, you may be wondering, well, who the heck do I show my ads to? Who am I targeting at each step? Good question. We want to show the right message to the right people at the right time. I've said that before. And it's based on actions that they're taking. And the cool thing with the advertising tools that Facebook has available is that we can set this to run on autopilot. In each step of the strategy, we're talking to people based on what action they're taking, almost simply based on the temperature of the people that we're talking to. So, you've heard of cold audiences, and there are lookalike and saved audiences. And then we have our warm audiences, which is the custom audiences. And then finally, we have our hot audiences, which are the retargeting audiences. So we're going to dive a little deeper into this. Now, in brand awareness, we're talking to that cold traffic. And what I mean by this is that you may be doing organic marketing right now by your blog posts and your podcast, and you're amplifying this out over your Facebook, Instagram page. And that's awesome. But in this connect, what we're talking about is the super cold audiences that have never interacted with your brand. So we want to take them through a curated set of ads and warm them up. So these cold audiences look like interest-based audience, saved audiences, and lookalike audiences. Lookalike audience let Facebook do all the work. So you can upload an email list of, say, past purchases of your product or your offer, and Facebook's AI will find people who are similar and likely to take similar actions. The moment people move into lead generation is when we're talking to people in our warm audiences. And there are 6 warm audiences. And I'll clarify what these are in just a moment. We're going to only serve up to ads to people to go deeper with our brands, with our businesses, to people that already know us. Okay, I hear so many times people complain about sky high conversion rates, and I'm trying to scale, but my cost to acquire a lead just keeps going up and up and up. And I just ask them one simple question, like, well, who are you talking to? You see, what they're doing is putting out webinar ads, and they're getting people to download the checklist, but the audience has never heard of them before. We've covered this already. So people just don't take as many actions. People are less likely to click on the ad when they don't have any idea of who the heck you even are. So taking this recent example, you can see that this broad audience, which is interest-based, and the lookalike is not doing as well as a warm audience. Now, I don't want you to look at these cost per conversions and think you need to get numbers under $4 to be profitable. You may very well be able to get new leads for $10 or even $20 based on the numbers in your business. Like if you're selling a 10K program and for every new lead that comes into your business, they're worth $1,000 to you, I bet you're happy to spend $50 or $100 or hell, even $200 or more to acquire that lead, because on the back end, you will still be profitable. And this is why it is so important you know your numbers. So in lead generation, your custom audience you'll be targeting includes your pixel website traffic, video views, both Facebook and Instagram, your email list, engagement, again, on both Facebook and Instagram, and things like event RSVPs. And you may just be surprised how big your audiences already are. In the final step, sales retargeting, we make use of retargeting audiences to only serve up ads to those in purchase consideration. They've been through your funnels, they understand what you're about, they've said yes multiple times, they want to know more, and it's time to talk about the sale. So here we create custom audience based on website traffic of people visiting specific pages, but not your other pages, through the include and exclude options Facebook gives us. This is so important. So you are showing the right message to the right person at the right time. Showing sales retargeting objection and resistant ads to people in your warm audience who you've never even talked about a particular offer, it just doesn't make sense to them. They'll be disconnect and they won't take as many actions as what you ideally would like. So to recap, in the Connect brand awareness stage, we're talking only to cold lookalike saved audiences. In Commit Lead Gen, we're talking to our warm audiences. And in sales retargeting, we are excluding our cold warm audiences and only talking to our hot retargeting audiences. And of course, we are always excluding our existing customers in each stage. You might be thinking in your head, that's a lot of ads to set up, Sarah. But the beauty of this system, and by deploying a sequence of ads over these 3 steps, is that the cost to acquire a customer goes down because you're not just hitting them once and leaving. And instead of trying to convert everyone in the commit and close stages, you're actually talking to a select group of audience who have already raised their hands and said, yes, I want to go deeper with your brand. What you're doing is creating a brand relationship that you control. You're moving that pooled attention and directing exactly where you want it to go. And you're calling the shots with this system. So what does this look like in real time? Well, this picture, you're on your phone, you're scrolling, and then you come to a video and you decide you like the look of it. And you watch 3 seconds or more, and then you are captured into a custom audience. From here, we go into our Connect checkpoint ads, which are served up in sequential order. From here, we put our lead generation ad in front of our targeted group of warm custom audience people. They've been indoctrinated into your brand. We consider them warmed up, and we now ask them to make that micro commitment with our brand. This will generally take people away from the Facebook platform and onto our website where it's pixeled. And once they've opted in, they're placed into our automated email sequences. After this, we follow up with our retargeting and authority building lead generation ads, where we start seeding the results of our offer and keep nurturing the relationship and stand out from every other brand out there. Finally, from here, the customer journey enters into the closed retargeting, where we can target audience who have taken specific action and visited specific pages. These are our hot audiences, and we place ads in front of them to handle their common objections and ads that take them to our sales page, where they decide to become a paying customer and that new revenue enters your bank account. Once all these 3 steps are set up, you have a system in place to create that revenue on autopilot. And this is the I method to increase your influence, amplify your impact, and scale your income. This literally can be set up and then monitored, so it makes ads feel more manageable. So as you can see, instead of spraying and praying your ads to thousands of people who may or may not be ready for what you're actually talking about, you're really actually only talking to that targeted pool of people that you have created, that have been through your customer journey sequentially, and you're just retargeting them. You're talking to people who are most likely to take action. And the beauty is when you do this, it becomes quite a cost-effective way to implement the entire system. So now that you understand what the 3 steps are, you may want to know what ads to use in each stage and who to target in each stage. For this, you want to know which campaign objectives to use. First of all, in Connect, we just want to get in front of and engage with people that we specify. We're only talking about 3 to 5 lookalikes or localized audiences. That's pooled traffic. The rest of the system that you have set up will take them to where you want them to go. So we'll use video views or engagement objectives. In the commit phase, we're strictly using conversions, where we just want to get the Facebook pixel fired up and use either lead forms that Facebook makes available to us. And we just want to focus on optimizing for that new lead, for the conversion. In close, everyone already knows us. We're connected with them, we pulled them through our funnels. Now we're talking about the purchase. So there's a few different ways that we can reach those people through website clicks and purchase and reach objectives. Now, if you're not familiar with how Facebook optimizes their campaigns, you make the call on what objectives you want to use based on the actions they're taking. And Facebook will take into consideration not only what people are doing in your audience, but what you're doing and what I'm doing to use that to get you the best results. Facebook wants you to be successful with your ads because they really want you to come back and spend more ad spend. To measure the success with this system, there's a few ways we do this. It's all about the audience growth in the connect stage. How are your custom audience buckets going? Are you increasing your video viewers? And we want to monitor the cost per video views and post engagement. In the commit, we're looking at our cost per lead. We're measuring that success by the number of new people coming into our sales and automation processes. And the final close, it's the ROI. It's the internet monies. It's that simple. You measure success by people making sales transactions. So, and to help you, like I said at the beginning, with the measurement and tracking of the success of your campaigns, I'm giving you access to my ads toolkit. And this is where you can access it. So if you go to funnel, funnel, mein.com/ads toolkit. So again, funnelmein.com/ads toolkit. You'll get access to my messenger bot and you can download it all there. All right. So pulling it all together, the brand awareness connect stage where you create attention in your business, you're going to do that through the video views and page post engagement objective. The only way we measure this is through the custom audience growth, and that's on your audience dashboard and ads manager. In commit lead generation, our goal is to move these potential prospects into purchase consideration phase to get them interested in becoming a customer. Our objective is just conversions for this one. We just want the people who are going to become leads. The measurement, therefore, is cost per lead. And in close sales retargeting, our goal is to increase the sales transactions. And how we do that is through a combination of reach, traffic, and conversion objectives. And we measure it by our ROI, or our return on ad spend, and our earnings per lead. For every $1 we spend on Facebook advertising, how many dollars does it turn into? That's what we want to know. So when we pull it all together, when we know our audience growth temperature, when we know how to reach them through different objective types, when we know why we're serving up each ad and who to target for each ad, well, we can track our measurement and our success. And from start to finish, from brand awareness right through lead gen and sales retargeting, when you have this applied and installed in your business, when you have ads for each stage of the system, each step of the customer journey, what happens is you'll create evangelists for your brand. You become the big fish in the pond of targeted people you have created. You connect with them, you take the commitment deeper, and then you close the people who are the right fit for your business, who you can serve at your highest and bring the transformation and results they desire in their life. And while 95% of marketers are doing ads wrong, this leaves a huge gold opportunity right now for you. And so now you have an understanding of this 3-step method, which uses the use of Facebook advertising tools to turn cold audience attention into paying customers on autopilot, so that you can increase your influence, amplify impact, and scale your income. It really is the I method, so that you can get the results that you want from your Facebook advertising. you may be wondering why I'm doing this. Why I even bother with this training? And the reason is that ads work. And it's the reason I work one-to-one with people. Again, I'm not going to pitch you into my ads program, like my DIY program. It's because when people come to me, they're absolutely tired of wasting their time, energy, and money on the latest and greatest tactic and tools. And they just want an actual strategy and a roadmap that gets them the results they want. They just want to be able to hand it over and not be stressed out about it because they want their time freedom. They want to increase their impact and they want to scale their income, but they want to do it without being burnt out in the process and feeling like they're just missing something. And I believe we're in the implementation economy. I don't believe we can just sell information and expect our clients to get out of this world results. So that's why I'm in the trenches daily with my clients, implementing, measuring, and scaling their advertising so they can have 100K months and get back their time and live the life and the reality that they desire. If you want to create a system where leads are constantly coming into your business and being qualified as customers, which comes out on the other side as revenue, we can't just do one of these stages. And that's why I'm so passionate about helping business owners master this 3-step method. I hope you gain a lot of insight from today's training. And if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up on Messenger using the link here. So you can also get access to that ads toolkit and my Messenger bot. And if you want to apply, if you want to talk, let's chat. We can map out a personalized ad strategy for you, discover exactly where you're at, where you want to grow and how fast you want to get there. And I'll even do a complete free order of your ad account and do a full funnel health checkup. So to apply for that, go to go.funnelmein.com/apply and don't forget to get the ads toolkit. It really will help you. And if you have any other questions, hit me up in Messenger. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this. Take care. And I look forward to talking to you really soon. Okay, bye.